Good evening, everyone, and thank you, WoodGreen, for this invitation to be part of this annual meeting and giving me the opportunity to share my experience. I'm Ohannes Tchamichian from Aleppo, Syria. And who doesn't know Aleppo nowadays? But unfortunately, you heard about this beautiful, ancient, cosmopolitan city because of the catastrophic war there. Aleppo was ruled successively by the Assyrians, Akkadians, Greeks, Romans, Umayyads, Mamelukes, Ottomans, who left their stamp on the city with an evidence of past occupation by civilization dating back to the 10th century before Christ. The 13th century citadel, the 12th century Great Mosque, the various 16th and the 17th centuries palaces, caravanserais, public baths, all form part of the city's cohesive, unique urban fabric. Aleppo remained home for a diverse mix of faiths and denominations until the crisis erupted. I'm Syrian with Armenian origins, and my ancestors arrived to Syria after the Armenian genocide because of a forced displacement during the World War I. At that time, the Arabs of Syria's Deir ez-Zor region welcomed us, and we established there a society with the schools, churches, and social clubs. And after exactly 1 century, the lovely multicolored society of Canada welcomed us and treated us like them with full rights and responsibilities. I named this country my new home. Thank you, Canada. Yesterday, the Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, during his speech in the United Nations Assembly, gave the reason why the Syrian refugees will be welcomed in Canada and they will join the Canadian society and will be involved in it. He said that there is a real and fair reason at success for everyone here. That's why the world should look to Canada to learn how to treat the refugees. After graduating from Aleppo University with a bachelor degree in finance and banking sciences, sadly I left Syria on the 11th of September 2012 to live in Lebanon and continue my education there. I enrolled in an MBA program at Haigazian University emphasized on finance. But living in Lebanon wasn't the final solution for us. There wasn't a promising future for us there. And because of in Syria was still the war destroying the country, and especially my city, Aleppo. Not only the country, the rich history of Syria, the civilians, more than 400,000 civilians died in Syria. More than 4 million people fled Syria because of the war. More than 6 million people displaced internally in Syria. My family and I arrived to Canada on 15th of December 2015. From the first day that we applied for the resettlement in Canada, I felt that this is going to be a turning point in our lives, and the days are proving that. The procedure was very straightforward and organized. Everything passed very quickly, although there was difficulties in the beginning: new system, new country, new weather, different language. Although last winter was good winter based on what the Canadians told us. We went through everything step by step, and now we are all doing well because of you. The biggest difficulty was how to find a suitable job, not only for me, I can speak English, but for my family. One of our first obligations was to take the language assessment test, and there they opened my eyes about WoodGreen. I asked and got more information about the program by communicating with a woman with a compassionate heart named Marietta Biba. Her explanation convinced me that this is the right place to start. I attended the bridging program for internationally trained accounting professionals, and I had the chance to meet the very professional team of WoodGreen. This program was a combination of everything a newcomer needs. I learned a lot about the Canadian workplace culture even before working, by meeting daily with the most supportive woman named Roma Slobodian. I learned all the tricks and tips about the interviews to improve my interview skills by attending the group meetings, the one-on-one sessions, the webinars, with the most organized woman, Adriana Pena. Coming to the job search, which is something very difficult in Canada, as you know. The market is very competitive, and we, as refugees, we are competing the Canadians to take that job. Antoinette Chalhot, the strong character with a soul full of love and passion, who introduced me to Sunnybrook Foundation, where I now work as a finance and donor relations associate. And this opportunity presented to me because of the WoodGreen team dedicated work. I'm so grateful and thankful for Antoinette's help. I'm gaining the Canadian experience at Sunnybrook Foundation, and everyone there also is supporting me. Sunnybrook also supported me and even featured my story in their magazine. During the bridging program, the WoodGreen team invited the CPA Ontario to introduce us to the Chartered Professional Accountant designation. And there, in the program of WoodGreen, I got the first information about how to enroll, how my credentials should be assessed, and lots of other instructions. And now I'm officially enrolled in the CPA program and started taking the required courses. I volunteered, after arriving to Canada after 3 months, I volunteered at WoodGreen as an income tax preparer during the last year taxation period, and got the basic knowledge on how to file the Canadian tax return. And that was also an added value on my experience, besides giving something small to the community back. I also attended one of the group's mentorship programs organized by Katrina Salto, which was also useful. It's always important to know what's going on in your profession from professional people. What are the recent changes and the most demanding experiences and qualifications? Everyone at WoodGreen treated me like a mother supporting her son through the life obstacles. These are the reasons to name WoodGreen as one of the best centers in providing services to the Canadians, and especially for the newcomers. The services provided here are for any type of newcomer. Improving language, enhancing skills, meeting employers, knowing about the government-funded services. Every single concern a newcomer has, WoodGreen can give the answer with the steps how to do it professionally. I want to take this opportunity to say a very big thank you to everyone contributed directly and indirectly in my success, and another very big thank you to the all Canadians.